Hello, I'm Mayor Tom Henry. My favorite part about having the best job in Fort Wayne is that I'm always learning new ways to keep our city moving forward. Thanks to our dedicated, innovative employees, there's a lot going on in the city, especially behind the scenes. Do you want to learn more?
Hello, my name's Michelle Gerke and I work at the Three Rivers Filtration Plant, the city's drinking water facility. I started out here as an analytical chemist, but now I'm the water quality supervisor.
Michelle, thanks for joining me today.
Well, thank you, Mayor.
Okay.
Thank you for coming here and giving us this opportunity to share what we do with the citizens of Fort Wayne.
Well, could you tell everyone then a little bit about why chemistry is so important and how we use it in the water filtration plant?
Well, why it's useful and significant is because we test the water to make sure it's safe for the customers to drink. And then we also test it so then we know what amount of chemicals to add to the water, so we make sure that it is aesthetically of good quality, so it has no color, it has no taste, it has no odor, but then again that it's safe to drink. And then we also soften the water, so we have to keep an eye on all these parameters to make sure we're adding the right amount of chemicals to do what we need to do.
You say we soften water, so technically we wouldn't need water softeners in our homes then.
Correct, yes, and that is one of the main reasons why we choose to soften the water, is because we don't want the customers to have that responsibility and that extra cost.
Well, let's talk about our water for a second. We get our water from the St. Joe River.
Yes, correct.
Now, most of us have seen our rivers.
Right.
And many people it's hard for them to get their head around the fact that this brown water full of silt and so on that's coming in from the north, that we could actually convert that to drinking water. Can you explain how that works?
Yes, that's one of the main reasons that we have chemists and operators here, is so that we take that dirty water from the river and we make it clean and acceptable and safe for you to drink. So when it comes into the plant, it goes into the chemical feed room, and there we add lime. That's a chemical that we use to soften the water.
Okay.
And then we'll add carbon, which is what we use to get rid of any tastes and odors that might be in the water. And then it will also take away any herbicides or pesticides that the farmers use on their crops. And then we add what's called the coagulating agent, and it's called iron sulfate. And what that means, it will form a sticky particle, and then it'll float around in the water as we mix the water with the chemicals, and it'll grab onto all that dirt and that nastiness that's in the river water, and then it'll form a particle that gets heavier and heavier, and then it'll settle out of the water, and the cleaner water then is what continues through the process until completion, where it's safe.
One more question I had. Down at the bottom is all of the silt and remaining
Right.
components. What do they do with that?
That goes out to sludge lagoons on Lake Avenue. It's drying beds, and so it's pumped out there and then it's spread, allowed to dry. Then they have machine equipment that kind of pushes it around so it continues to dry. And then they encourage farmers to come and to use that for fertilizer. It would be a more natural product, an environmentally friendly product to use, as opposed to what they could buy at their local store.
So farmers can get it. What about if I wanted it for my residents?
Yes, I believe you can come there. And
that's on Lake Avenue.
it's on Lake Avenue, yes.
So, in other words, we really address every component of the water, not only making it good drinking water for our citizens, but also the residue that's left over, we also can utilize that
Yes.
with farmers and others.
Yes, we try to do that, yes.
Boy, chemistry. What a field. We are able
Yes.
to do all that because of chemistry and,
Yes.
and your abilities.
Right, exactly.
Well, Michelle, thank you so very much
Well,
for
thank
spending
you,
some
Mayor.
time with me today.
Yes, I enjoyed it. Thank you.
You bet.